Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you the TierraCast Make a Statement collection. Now this is a really interesting collection because there's sort of three different sections within the collection. So I'm going to start by talking about the rhythm collection. And if I can just draw your attention to this area over here, these are going to feature some of the beautiful ethnic pieces. These are bars. And I love how they have open links. So there's 5 little triangles there, and you can use these for stringing on going up and down. You can sort of turn it and use it as a bar. It's really interesting, and they have 2 different sides to them. So you can see that there's the little triangles here in the center on that side, but when you flip it over, you're going to have a little sort of chevron pattern that goes back and forth. So they are kind of really neat, and each different colorway has its own unique style. So you can see here we have an antique silver, an antique gold, and a brass oxide, which is going to be the main styles of this sort of collection here. So just to move on, they have more of the ethnic style, and these are the little tiny ethnic darts. And these have really cute little things. Again, these have a front and a back. So let me just sort of show you a little bit, and you'll be able to see all of this a little bit clearer on the website with our really close-up photos, but they have just little different patterns on each side. And then we have the spikes, and those are going to be that same as well. We have some really interesting ethnic beads. Now these are the long ones, and you can sort of see right next to them that we have these short ones that are about half the size. So those are really fun to work with, and I think I'll actually do a design incorporating both of them so you can create some really interesting pieces. And then we also have this ethnic sort of barrel bead, which has that nice little style all the way across it, and I just love that it has just really a nice little step down pattern when you look at the edge. So it kind of can create a nice little focal, but it is a bead, so that's very interesting. We also have this fan, and again, it has those little triangle holes at the bottom there. So you can hang things, either tassels or create an earring, so it kind of is that nice little chandelier earring. And speaking of earrings, we do have these really beautiful post earrings with a loop at the bottom, and you can sort of just see the back there, so it's a nice post. You will need to purchase some earring backs to go with these. They just come just as posts, but that way you can kind of make it specific to your needs. And then continuing on here, we have some other sort of earring findings. Now these could be necklace findings as well, but again, they have those triangle openings at the bottom, and there are 5, and they do have 2 different sides to them. So you have one with those little arrows, and then the other side has that front flat face. And these sort of go nicely, and I sort of paired them with their own little guys here. These are the ethnic V-links. So again, they have a front and a back to them. So lots that you can do. You can sort of place them together and use the arrows with the arrows. So lots to play with there. So speaking of that, I did create a pair of earrings using many of these elements here. And I'll go over some of the ones that are not part of that rhythm collection just yet. But they have a really nice little fun sort of dangle, and I love the spikes that you can use at the bottom. It just really elongates that earring, and I wanted to make a statement earring, so I used some beautiful metal seed beads and as many of those little components as would fit nicely together, so I wanted to make something that really had a nice pop to it with a nice little pop of color. So moving right along here, I'm going to focus on the geometry collection here, and this is just really simple. And now these finishes are a little bit different, so we're going to have a bright gold, a bright rhodium, and a brass oxide. So you'll be able to use these in conjunction, and they do still match. If you want to look at the earrings again here, they do still match with all of the other finishes, so it really does bring the whole collection together from TierraCast. So we have these really neat chevron beads, and these will go really well with these crisscross links and the faceted V-links. They also look really nice with these trapezoid beads. Now these are kind of interesting, and I just want to show these to you. They're really thick, which is nice so that you can sort of use them as an anchor to a design. But they have nice large holes there for you to put head pins or to do stringing. You can also do bead weaving, and this is really great. I know you might not think traditionally bead weaving with some metal components like this, but you'll be able to make several thread passes, so that's actually a really nice anchor bead. And you could sort of use it as a little bit of a strand reducer because it has that sort of tapered shape. So we also have the daggers. So there's the shorter daggers, these are 1/2 inch, and the longer daggers, these are 3/4 of an inch. So you can use these in conjunction as well. And you can see in the earrings, I pulled them all together to use with the longer daggers and the dart beads. So just kind of a way to just sort of pull those two together. And then to finish out, we have the Renewal collection. Now these feature beautiful lotus links and beads, and they also feature these flame charms here and the raindrop charms. Now these are both 14 millimeters and they have a beautiful crystal in there, so they're already pre-embellished for you. So you can just kind of add them to either an earring hook or just at the base of any type of earring where you just want to elongate that drop. So the Lotus are really well done pieces. I love how that they are just open links without any sort of additional loops. So you can sort of use them how you want. You can use them facing up if you wanted to attach to those two sort of petals. You could do 3 petals. You could also sort of use it down, and you know, that's what the beautiful thing is about the TierraCast collection is it's 360, so there's no stamping, there's no front, there's no back, there's no right or wrong way to use these. So just kind of, you can see in this design here, they were used upside down, and then they were turned, the shorter ones were turned to kind of face upward, so you create a nice little eye dance going up and down. And if you're curious, these are Swarovski crystal pearls, so, and they are just so gorgeous, and they really just look so wonderful with that antiqued gold. So we also do have little Lotus ear findings, and again, these have little loops on the bottom, so you can attach just various things to them, but they are nice little posts, and you will need to purchase some additional earring backs to go with those, but we have all different kinds for you to choose from at Beadaholique.com. And then finally, these are the little pieces here that were used here, and you can use them going up or going down. So a lot to play with. This is a really beautiful collection. Again, it is the Make a Statement collection, and it features themes of rhythm, geometry, and renewal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You can find all of these supplies and our project tutorials at Beadaholique.com.